Nagkabuhol-buhol ang mga sagot ng mga nagmamarunong sa batas na mga gabinete ni Bongbong Marcos sa naganap na pagdinig ng Senado patungkol sa iligal na pagka-aresto ng dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Isa na nga sa nabahagang bundot ang nagtapang-tapangan na si General Nicolas Torre na tila ba ito na ang pinaka-nasususuklamang tao ngayon sa buong mundo matapos ang ginawa nitong pambabastos kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at hindi pagbigay ng due process sa kanyang pagka-aresto at agad-agad isinakay sa eroplano at ipinadala sa The Netherlands. Itinanggi naman ni Secretary Eduardo Año na kabilang siya sa mga nagplano sa pagpapa-aresto sa dating Pangulo batay na rin sa pagbubunyag ni DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla sa isang panayam sa telebisyon. Hindi nga malaman ng mga bata ni Bongbong Marcos kung paano malusutan ang mga tanong ng mga senador dahil nabulgar nga ang napakaraming paglabag sa karapatang pantao sa dating Pangulong Duterte at ang sobrang nakakadismaya pa ay ipinadala pa siya sa kamay ng mga banyaga upang litisin sa korte na mismo ang ating bansa ay hindi kumilala sa jurisdiksyon ng ICC. Komento pa nga ng ilang dismayadong netizens, para saan pa yung hearing ninyo, Senator Amy, kung hindi nyo pananagutin ang mga lumabag sa batas? Useless. Kitang-kita ang pagkasinungaling ni Remulla Torre. Gawin nyo na ang tama. Sana ang GMA at sa lahat ng media, ibalita nyo naman ang totoong pangyayari. Hindi sa takpan nyo ang mga baluktot ng mga taong ito. Bakit? Natakpan na rin ba ng pera ang mga mukha nyo? Napakasinungaling mo, Remulla. Galing mo mag-twist ng kwento. Huli ka na sa interview, pinilit mong mag-deny pa. Contempt nyo na ang mga yan. Patawarin ako, nakakasuka lahat ng pagmumukha ng mga yan, lalo na yung mga Remulla. Napakaubod ng sinungaling, paano pa kayo makakatulog ang sasama niyong tao? Nagkabuhol-buhol ng dila, nakatakip sa kung ano ang tinanggap, walang red notice. Gawa-gawa lang ang mga kumag ang interpretasyon. Itong diffusion ay warrant arrest na. Huko, magsabi kayo ng totoo. Buhol-buhol na ang mga sinasabi ninyo.
Nagsalita po ang ating mahal na Secretary John Vic na ang nagplano po rito, o yung pagkaintindi namin, ang nagplano ay kayo, like Secretary Año, Secretary Gibo Chodoro, at ang pinangalan, ang Chief PNP, General Marbil. Parang apat yung pinangalanan sa isang interview ng ating Secretary ng DILG.
Can I answer that, ma'am?
Yes, please, your record.
The question was, who planned this? I did not state in any way who planned it. The meeting was of executive privilege. It is a conversation between the president, once I mentioned. There was...
So what exactly did you say? Ano sinabi po ninyo?
They asked me...
Kaintindi namin, itong apat na pinangalanan ang siyang nagplano.
Ma'am, we're already invoking executive privilege in this matter.
Yes.
We're invoking executive privilege in this
Yes,
matter.
that's fine, but it's in the interview and it's
Yes, ma'am.
public.
It goes as far as the interview, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd like to understand. I think your brother was trying to
did not
explain
state in any
what
way.
he said in the interview, and I'm happy
They
to
asked me
hear it.
if I planned it. I said it was not me. There were other people in the room, but we did not discuss any plans of any arrest.
Saan ang galing yung mga pangalan na ito?
Ma'am, that again is executive privilege. Ma'am, let me explain, ma'am. Let me explain first, ma'am.
Interview po eh.
Yes,
Ang
ma'am.
liwanag
Let me explain first, ma'am. We were discussing rumors of an impending arrival based
Parang hindi yung ganun ang dating sa amin eh. Ang pagkaintindi
that
namin,
is the
apat
whole
na
truth,
nagplano.
ma'am. That is what we were discussing rumors. Go ahead, ma'am.
Patugtog na lang natin para maintindihan ha.
And was that the plan from the very
Yes, from the
beginning?
very
What
beginning.
was and who was really on top of this? Kayo ho ba? Because during the press conference of the president, it was you and the president.
Yes.
So
yes.
ikaw ho ba nagplano ng lahat ng ito?
Hindi naman. It was a group effort. Secretary Chodoro was there. Secretary Año was there too. And the president and I. So, hindi naman ako. Ako lang ang natira last man standing doon sa Malacanang. I stand by that. Kasi Secretary Chodoro was working out of his office sa Camp Rinaldo. Secretary Año, of course, his specialty is intelligence. So he was...
Patayin na muna natin. Pakaliwanag naman ang sabi ninyo, hindi ako mag-isa kahit ako ang kasama ng presidente nung nagsalita sa press con, hindi ako mag-isa ang nagplano. Isang grupo kami. Tapos pinangalanan mo.
No, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo eh.
I state, ma'am, again, executive privilege. But, ma'am,
walang executive privilege kasi binunyag na ninyo sa TV.
I must state it very clear, as I stated very clear, that there was no mastermind. We were discussing mainly about what the president's statements were in Hong Kong. And it was based all on that statement, ma'am.
Sinabi ninyo na hindi kayo mag-isa na nagplano, kundi isang
There was no
grupo.
planning, ma'am.
Pero yun ang sabi eh.
I said, hindi ako nagplano. Marami
May
kaming-
isang grupo na
ang-
nagplano.
We were all talking about a rumor, ma'am. And that was all.
Rumor lang yon.
Yes, ma'am.
Group effort ang sabi mo eh. Ang tanong niya kung ikaw ang nagplano, tapos sabi mo,
There was no
hindi,
planning,
group
ma'am.
effort.
There was no planning, ma'am.
Anong
Earlier-
in-effort ng group
Ma'am,
kapag hindi
let
plano?
me make
I think that we're intruding into executive privilege already, ma'am. I think that we please
No, I'm
respect
just
our.
asking him to explain the media.
Yes, ma'am. But
Yes,
it's already
I'm
a very thin
confining-
dividing line between what transpires in a room between cabinet members
I will-
and a media statement. But there's a very thin dividing line, ma'am.
Understood.
I hope that we can respect executive privilege.
Pero ngayon, sinabi kasi sa TV, paliwanag naman ninyo sa atin kung ano ibig sabihin. Kasi ang sinabi, hindi ako mag-isa na nagplano, may grupo kami.
They asked me if I had planned it. Sabi ko, I did not. I did not plan it. I said we were there, and not to skirt, ma'am, executive privilege. It was mainly because of the statements of the former president in Hong Kong that he said, in his words, ma'am, in Hong Kong, that I think you have a clip. He said that ang reading ko ay may ICC warrant of arrest na. That was the best of my recollection, ma'am.
So anong pinag-group effortan? Anong
To discuss the
ng
rumor, ma'am.
grupo na
That, again, ma'am,
pinangalanan nyo?
as far as I will invoke executive privilege, there was no, you cannot plan on a rumor, ma'am.
Kaya nagtataka
So,
ako,
again,
bakit
ma'am,
group effort? Chismis lang naman yun.
Chismis nga. Ayun
Kaya
na
nga,
yun.
kung chismis, bakit mag-group effort pa? Tapos pinangalanan mo
Ma'am,
pa lahat na
maraming
nag-group
marites
effort?
naman doon to, ma'am.
Labis naman yung marites, dami-daming
It
marites
was a
sa amin.
discussion of a rumor based on the statement of the president in Hong Kong. Secretary Anyo, of course, his specialty is intelligence, so he was gathering all the information in his source, in his location. So ako lang ang nasa Malacanang, Toman. So he served this role, and the information that he gathered and shared was very reliable, and
Such as, or is there
such
anything you can
as
share?
the conversations on whether or not they would go home.
Ibig sabihin, yung mga lawyers po sinasabi kay dating Pangulong Duterte.
Parang gano'n ang lumalabas sa mga sources.
Chair, let it be known that I am not protecting or I am not defending anyone, much less the former president of the Republic of the Philippines, President Duterte, since I am an ally of this administration led by President Bongbong Marcos, and at the same time a friend of Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Now, since you've been asking the questions addressed to Gerald Torre, may I ask Gerald Torre, how did you think did you handle the arrest of former President Duterte properly?
Yes, sir. I do, sir. It's proper.
It was proper. But when I saw the video, it was really, for me as a citizen of this country, it was really unbelievable. It was a very, very big disappointment. Because I can relate, General. Because when we were arrested way back 2001, together with my father, the same thing happened. All right, we were in the wee hours of the morning. We were the policemen barged in our hospital room at the Veterans Memorial Hospital. They were arresting us. They wanted us to be transferred to another detention cell because after the May 1 siege, at ano sabi ng mga police, kalad ka rin na yan mga yan pag ayaw sumama. At the same time, when I saw the video, parang nag-flashback sa akin yung mga ginawa ng mga kapulisan ng araw sa amin. At ang sabi mo, hihilahin ko yan, hihilahin ko yan. Is that what you said, Gerald Torre?
Sir, it's already all optics and tactics already because it's already.
No, I am asking you. Did you say that? Hihilahin ko, hihilahin
Yes,
ko.
sir. And I actually made good of it, sir.
No. What prompted you to say that?
Sir, I made good of it, sir. Sabi ko, sir, hihilain ko yan. And I went back to AS
bakit
Medialdea, handcuff him.
Bakit mga sinasabi? You know, your statements based on the video may reflect PNP as an institution. Baka sabihin lahat ng ating mga kababayan, ganyan pala yung mga pulis. Masyadong wala man lang respeto sa matanda, sa isang dating pangulo. Ganon din ang ginawa sa amin eh. Can you justify why you said that hihilahin ko yan? Nakita ko si dating Pangulong Duterte, di naman lumalaban. What prompted you to say that?
Mr. Senator, respectfully, the threat of hihilahin ko na yan was not towards the president, the former president. It was ensued after a heated argument between his counsel and General Torre. In no way was the former president threatened with bodily harm.
Yes,
Who was addressing sinong sinasabihan ni General Torre? Was it the lawyer or was it the former President Duterte?
Lawyer, sir, Attorney Mijal Dea. And actually, sir, after that, I actually went back to him, placed handcuff on him after reading him his rights and arrested him for obstruction of justice. And after
All right.
that, sir, I brought him to the bus and came back again and told Attorney Delgra he's next. And again, sir, I will reiterate all credits goes to the former president because after he saw that I'm already very, very serious in bringing him into the plane, he said, okay, let's go. And I told Romy, the PSG, to just escort him and he went voluntarily to the bus that brought him to the plane.
sisingit lang ako Senator Jinggoy. Kasi binabasa ko rito yung standard operating ng PNP. Ang liwaliwanag naman eh. No torture, no force, no violence, threat, intimidation, or other means to vitiate the free will to be used against the arrested person. Eh di the more so, yung mga kasamahan ng arestado. Eh sabi mo nga, ikaw na nag-admit forcefully. Eh talagang you used force. Eh bawal po yun.
Ma'am, it is, I placed E.S. Mijaldea under arrest for obstruction of justice.
Eh, sabi
And-
nga ni Senator Jinggoy, hihilain mo pa.
Yes, ma'am. I did because I have to get into their heads to make them to make it very, very clear to them that we are already very, very serious
O,
of
tama
loading
nga.
the president
Oo
to the
naman,
plane.
General, pinapaliwanag mo, pero bawal ang paggagamit ng dahas, ng pananakot,
Ma'am,
ng
just to be
intimidation, or any other means. Ang
Ma'am.
liwanag nasa kapulisan yan
Ma'am,
eh.
just to be clear, operationally, there was obstruction of justice. It was the decision call of General Torre to place him under arrest for obstruction of justice. Now let us separate what happened to the president.
You're talking about Attorney Medialdea.
Yes, ma'am.
Eh, paano yung iba?
No one else was armed, ma'am.
Yung attorney.
No, wait.
Yung abogado.
If I may, Senator Amy.
Yes.
Madam Chair.
Ayan.
Sino yung kinaladkad nung isang pulis?
Yung security na nakaitim.
I think it was General Torre na hinila yung isang abogado.
Dalawa yun eh. Yung abogado, hinila yung upuan, di ba? Tapos yung nakaitim na si Q, kinaladkad din.
Si Attorney Delgra, sir, because he is next to be arrested. And because of that, the former President PRRD saw that I'm already that serious. And he said, he prevented the situation from further deteriorating and escalating. So he said, let's go.
Isn't he entitled to a counsel of his choice, General?
Yes, sir. For 12 hours, he was there.
Oh. Can't he speak to his client? Bigla niyo na lang...
They are there for 12 hours, sir, speaking to each other.
Ano?
They are there for 12 hours, speaking to each
Alright.
other, sir.
One more thing that I noticed in the video, no? Ang sabi ni PRRD, papasukin niyo yung anak ko. Abogada siya. At ang sinabi mo, hindi ko siya papapasukin. Why not, Gerald Torre?
That is a decision. That is my call, sir. That is my decision. Considering that
Okay.
he had already been assisted by 3 lawyers all throughout
Okay.
that time, sir. And gabi na ho yun, sir. The request was
Ano?
made at around mga 9 o'clock na, sir. 11 hours
Gerald
after
Torre, ganito,
the
ah.
first arrest.
Tanggalin mo na yung titulo ni Inday Sara. Kalimutan mo na siya na Vice President siya. Pagpalagay natin hindi siya Vice President. She is an immediate member of the family. Nung kami po ay nakakulong, ang immediate members of the family, 24 hours pwede bumisita sa amin, nakakulong kami. Ito, hindi pa nakakulong. Anak ito. Bakit hindi nyo pinapasok?
Maliban doon, is this not a violation of RA 7438 that requires that you guarantee access to an attorney in addition to the immediate family? The president also said na yung anak niya, yung babae, abogado ko yun, papasukin nyo. Hindi nyo pinapasok. Abogado yun eh.
Actually, sir,
Exactly.
first to answer the question of Senator Estrada, sir, I have told the president that they can visit him at his detention facility because at this time the order of the day is to load him into a plane. So that's what we endeavored to do, and that's what happened, sir.
Ano niya bibisitahin yung tatay niya sa Netherlands? Hindi naman dito tinray eh. Hindi naman dito kinasuhan eh. Sa ibang bansa eh. Oh, bakit hindi niyo man lang binigyan ng kortesiya yung anak na isang abogada na magkukonsulta? Katulad nga na sinabi ko kanina, yung mga nakakulong nga, 24 hours pwede bumisita ang immediate members of the family. Bakit ito hindi pa nakakulong, hindi niyo pinapasok yung anak?
Our mission at that time, sir, is to deliver him to the
My God.
body
Kahit
who issued the
ano
warrant,
mangyari,
sir.
Nasa batas yan. Nasa batas yan, General. Immediate members of the family, lawyers, priests, etc., etc. I should know. Nanggaling ako dyan. Tapos ito, hindi naman nakakulong. Again, I am not defending President Duterte. I'm just explaining the rights of an accused. Because naging akusado rin ako. And I don't want that to happen to anybody else. Dapat naman nagbigay kayo ng konting kortesiya o respeto man lang sa mga dating presidente dahil naranasan namin yan. Nung kinulong po yung tatay ko, ganun din. Kung walang respeto ang mga polis sa amin. Porket na wala ba kami sa kapangyarihan, ganun na lang. Matanong ko naman sa General, wag naman po sana mangyari, God forbid. Sa pag sinapit ng ni President, pag sumapit ng ganitong sitwasyon si Presidente Marcos, gagawin mo rin ba yun sa kanya? I hope not.
Ang liwanag po ng batas, kung ma-follow up ko lang si Senator Jinggoy, tama po siya. Hindi lang yung immediate family, medical doctor, pare or religious minister, any national non-government organization, ang CHR, international non-government accredited by the Office of the President. Lahat yan may access, pero pinagbawalan ninyo. On 2 counts, immediate family na, abogado pa niya. Bakit ganun?
Ma'am, I think that's sub judice. I think we should be wary of many of the things we were mentioning.
Bakit po naging sub judice yun?
Ito kasi, habeas corpus po ang petition. So everything about the arrest will be asked by the Supreme Court.
Kanina pa natin pinag-uusapan yung arrest.
Pero I think that we're just passing, parang lumalapas na po tayo sa boundary.
Senator Jinggoy po.
Ang sinasabi ko lang, the manner on how the former president was arrested, because ayoko naman mangyari sa darating na panahon na magkakaroon naman tayo ng ganyan. Sana makapagbigay lang ng korting kortesiya man lang, nakausapin yung mga abogado, pero nakausapin yung mga members ng immediate family niya, sana naman binigyan niya ng pagkakataon. Kaso mo, nung nakiusap si dating Pangulong Duterte na papasukin yung kanyang anak na abogada, tanggalin mo na hindi siya, na vice presidente siya. Abogada at anak niya, member na immediate family, sana naman lang binigyan niya ng pagkakataon. Makita niya yung tatay niya bago niyo siya isinakay sa plano. Yun lang naman yun sa akin. Masakit. Ako, isang anak na meron din akong tatay na kinanon ninyo. Masakit para sa akin.
Pakipaliwanag din. Maraming salamat, Senator Jinggoy. Marami tayong pinagdaanan, kapatid. Kaya't eto nga, talagang dinudibdib natin
Madam Chair,
ito. Yes, Secretary John Vic lang po.
Kay Vicky, kay VP, kay Senator at sa iyo, hugot ng mga anak ng presidente yan.
Sumpa. Secretary John Vic, itatanong ko lang, why was there obstruction of justice? Paliwanag lang. Anong ginawa nila na obstruction of justice?
I think General Torre would be the best one to explain that.
General?
Sir.
Sabi niyo nag-obstruction of justice kaya aarestuhin na rin ninyo si Attorney Medialdea. Ano po yung ginawa ni Attorney Medialdea na obstruction of justice?
We're about to load an arrested person into a plane to transport him to the tribunal who issued the warrant. And Attorney Medialdea is preventing us from doing that. He shouted at us and intimidated us, including the president intimidating me.
Alam ko malaking tao si Attorney Medialdea pero hinarang ba kayo? Tinulak ba kayo? Wala namang ginawa eh. Hindi naman nadadaan sa salita yung obstruction eh.
He did, ma'am. So I do believe that under that circumstances, I have to arrest him to reasonable force. And I did. I do believe that I used the reasonable force to ensure compliance, for him to step aside, for us to load the former president to the plane.
So yun lang yung obstruction dahil nagsisigawan yung mag-asawa.
He is preventing us from doing our job of loading the former president to the plane.
Hinarang ba kayo?
Yes, ma'am.
Anong ginawa? Hindi
Nakikita
namin
naman sa video
makita
eh.
eh. Ang
Nakikita
nakita
naman sa
ko
video.
lang, pinipilit niyo iposas, hindi magkasya yung posas.
Yes, that's one thing, ma'am. He's blocking my way. He is preventing us. He actually placed another chair at the side of the president for the former president to sit, which is already very much delaying everything because the plane is already ready to fly.
Ba't kayo masyadong nagmamadali?
We are going, unang-una ma'am, ang reglementary period, mamalasin naman kami pag hindi namin ginawa ang trabaho
Bakit?
namin.
Anong reglementary period? Anong period yun?
The Article
Dahil sinabi
125,
na nga ni Executive Director sa ating PCTC na diffusion lang naman yun eh. Wala nga commitment pinag-uusapan dun eh. Wala nga red notice, pambira eh.
there is a warrant.
Takal-takal na ni Arnie Tevez eh. Wala pa rin, di ba?
This
Ba't
is
kayo
the-
nagmamadali? Ano yung reglementary period mo?
May I refer it to the SOJ, ma'am, if the SOJ wants to answer that.
Hindi ba pwede kayo na muna? Mauna lang kayo, tapos sa si SOJ. Pwede?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
My main processes during the time is that I have implemented a warrant, and it is therefore the person is already arrested by virtue of a legal warrant, and Article 125 comes to play of the revised penal code, which is entitled delivery of persons legally arrested to the proper judicial authority, and I do believe at this point the judicial authority will be the ICC. Therefore, I have to abide with that Article 125 of the
So
revised
inaamin mo warrantless arresto. Kasi yung Article 125 ng RPC does not apply kung may warrant. So inaamin mo walang warrant.
At the many stages, ma'am, all the many other,
Hindi,
among
make
other
up your
laws.
mind, General Torre. Warrantless arrest ba to o may warrant? Kasi ang liwanag naman ng Article 125 eh, ng revised penal
I do
code.
believe that I have a warrant at this time. I just don't want to be.
Di walang reglementary period. Mamili ka. Kapag warrantless arrest, edi may period. Kapag may warrant, walang period.
Just the same, ma'am. I have to deliver
Hindi
him to the
pareho
judicial
yun,
proper
kapatid.
authority.
Hindi magkapareho yun. The reglementary period only comes into play when there's a warrantless arrest in accordance with Article 125 of the Revised Penal Code. Di po ba? At saka may kinalaman yun sa delivery of the accused and arrested. Di po ba?
And I'm being cautioned by the DOJ, ma'am, that it may be sub judice already to discuss that because of the habeas corpus pending in the Supreme Court, ma'am.
Pati ba naman ng revised penal code, naging executive session, pambihirang buhay ito. Okay. Senator Cayetano?
Ma'am, can I have a few questions, baka 10 to 15 minutes and a short introduction lang. Okay. So good afternoon ulit, gentlemen, ladies. Pasensyahan niyo yung aking introduction. I'm not imposing this